Winter has always tested societies, and one technique kept entire communities alive long before modern heating took over. Before we dig into it, make sure you subscribe to Battlefield of Survival for more hard-to-find history, lost skills, and survival methods that actually hold up in the real world. Now, let's get into the method itself without wasting time. This method starts with understanding why ancient communities stored wood underground. For centuries across northern Europe, Siberia and the Scandinavian regions, people relied on pit storage to keep their firewood dry, seasoned and protected during freezing months. Instead of stacking logs above ground, where snow, frost and winter storms soaked everything, they dug insulated wood pits lined with stones, bark or packed clay. Burying the wood eliminated exposure to snowmelt and prevented wind from wicking moisture into the logs. What made this so effective was the steady underground temperature, which kept the wood dry enough to burn even in the dead of winter. The key to making this work today is preparing the ground before winter sets in. The pit shouldn't be deep. About waist deep is enough to keep the stored wood below the frost line in most regions. Lining the bottom with flat stones or thick slabs of bark, well, that prevents ground moisture from transferring into the logs. The sides can be reinforced with packed earth, stacked stones, or logs split lengthwise. Once the structure is in place, the wood goes in tightly, bark side up, to resist moisture. A final layer of bark, straw or pine boughs acts as insulation, and a simple wooden lid weighted with soil seals the pit from rain and snow. This creates a natural microshed underground without needing modern materials. This method also protected wood from theft, rot, and the sudden thaws that ruined winter supplies. Many Viking-era farms use this technique because raids, storms and shifting weather patterns could destroy exposed wood piles. A buried stash remained concealed, dry and safe. During World War I and World War II, rural families in Eastern Europe used similar pits when occupying armies seized resources. They always had backup firewood because the method didn't rely on visible storage. Modern survivalists can apply this same thinking. Honestly, not everything durable needs to be above ground. Applying the pit storage technique today is, well, pretty straightforward and still extremely practical. If someone lives in a snowy region, a small pit near the tree line or behind a shed works perfectly. Even a homestead or small farm where storms repeatedly soak stacked firewood benefits from this old method. Someone camping long-term in winter conditions can dig a smaller version lined with bark to keep collected wood usable throughout the trip. Preppers with limited space can build an insulated box and bury it halfway to mimic the same thermal stability. The principle never changes. Remove exposure, stabilize temperature, and seal out moisture. The reason this method survived across cultures is simple. It works every single winter. No noise, no complex tools, no dependency on modern materials. It's one of those old-world techniques that carried entire communities through brutal seasons, and it still does the job wherever winter pushes people to their limit. If you found this guide valuable, subscribe to Battlefield of Survival and share this with someone who appreciates real historical skills that still matter today.